Hey y'all, it's Miss Awesome here. So I just want to have a sit down with you as a parent. I'm a parent also. I'm an educator, but I'm a parent also. And I'm just curious, do you really know what your children are learning in class? Like seriously. You may see their report cards, progress reports, but do they bring papers home with actual grades on them? Or can you log into, whatever system your school is using to see what they made on their tests or their quizzes, things that they take on their computers? Do you see them studying? Do you see them doing anything with like workbooks and worksheets or homework or any of those things? Because here's the thing, y'all, it's going to be really hard for your child to learn academically what they need if it's not coming home, if you're not seeing it, if you don't know. Like, yeah, your kid could have an A, and that's great, but listen, don't put your faith in this public school system because I've heard it from the mouth of a principal that they just gonna pass them because once they get to middle school, then they'll be able to get in all these other classes and get help and da da da. Honestly, it may be too late by the end though because they're stuck in their ways and when they needed the help, they didn't get the help. They could have had the help, but the time is now. So as a parent, you are their first teacher. Don't rely on the system or someone else. I know what that noise was to do it for you. So seriously, like just ask your child simple questions. Right now, I'm subbing for a second grade class. They had a spelling test today. It was the first time I ever seen a spelling test that actually had the words on it. I was like, what kind of test is this? It gave a sentence and you had to fill in the blank. You had four options and the word was spelled correctly one way and it was misspelled a couple of other ways, which okay, I get that. That might be something I would probably do as a quiz leading up to the spelling test or as homework or just as an in classroom assignment, but that was the actual test. And would you believe it, a lot of them still got it wrong. So it was like, let's say ball was the was the word that goes in the blank. Something blank ball, right? Or the red blank rolled. The red ball rolled. Well, ball would have been spelled BALE, BALE, BALL, or another way, and the kid had to identify the correct spelling of it. Y'all, a lot of them missed it. Even with seeing the correct spelling and the other words that were incorrect, they didn't know which one was right. Now think about it. The way that you say a word, you know, phonics and all that stuff, may not necessarily be the way that it's spelled. So a lot of these things, the child has to commit to memory. You got to spend some time studying your spelling words. That wasn't done. I get it for some of the more difficult words, but ball, cough. Cough is tricky, especially the way that they misspelled it because they put the actual, the way that it sounds. That's the way that they spelled it out. But if your child studied cough, then they would know cough is COUGH, right? Um, and again, I'm not, these kids are really great, really bright, really brilliant. It's not them, it's the system. So, parents, if you're not teaching them at home, I don't really know what you're expecting because it ain't the same school system that we grew up in. It's a food for thought. If these fish had mouths, they could speak.